Airbnb, you know. I mean, I just rent out one real big house and rent it out by the room on Airbnb. I mean, and before Airbnb was around, like I just used to advertise in the newspaper, and then on Trade Me, which is kind of like eBay for New Zealand,
Hmm.
um, and then now like the last 5 years Airbnb. But yeah, man, it's been really good for me. I mean, just Airbnbing it out, you know, I'm traveling the world. I have people, so like the second lounge, I've put bunk beds in it, and two bunk beds I give to helpers. So they just do all the work for me, do all the laundry, all the cleaning. So I don't even pay a cleaner, um, which is interesting.
Wow. Man,
Uh,
you like that's really impressive though. Like you actually start. I'm like, damn. Like, how can I get something to like for people to rent because that's like extra money. You know, it's almost like an extra income. You don't got to do nothing but
oh,
make
totally.
sure.
Yeah, how I make most of my money. And what's kind of interesting about it as well is in a lot of places, the big like a lot of people don't want to rent the really big old houses, you know?
Hmm.
And that's perfect. The big old house, and you just chop it up, put heaps of people, get a one house and you put like 10 Airbnb listings in there, something like that. It's sweet.
Exactly. And then you're in like it's just in the way you do it. Like they have you rent high and spend low. You know, and it's just like the smart like the way you do it and not staying exactly where you at for a cheaper rate.
Oh, yeah, yeah, and then move to a different country. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. No, I totally dig it. That's really impressive though. Like you're honestly the first person I met that like has told me something like that.
Yeah, the exchange rate, that works really well for me. Like in New Zealand, I couldn't have, like, yeah, I can afford my own apartment. Yeah, I don't have to share it. Like it's super easy to pay for. It's super cheap to pay for Uber anywhere. I can have like my own personal
Oh, you
driver.
have it over there too?
Oh yeah, totally. There's Uber Eats. I can get food delivered, get anything delivered, and it's just like a couple of dollars for me. It's ridiculous. It's so cheap. Your Instagram tips. You seem to be really good with Instagram, like selling T-shirts.
Hmm.
Um, you talking about using influencers, yeah,
Yeah.
giving them free product, getting them to share your link.
Exactly. Yeah, like Instagram and Twitter, those are literally how I make pretty much 95% of the money that I make every week.
Twitter,
Yeah, Twitter.
and just doing an arbitrage of T-shirts, getting some cheap T-shirts and getting them printed really cheap and selling them locally
Yeah, and just like international.
and to
Okay.
people in Florida, and you
Mm,
post them out.
yeah, everywhere. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina. Those are like the main four states that, because what all of them are around each other. So like my dad lives in Augusta, which is in Georgia. My mom lives here in Florida. My stepdad lives in South Carolina, but South Carolina and Georgia, it's like crossing a border from each other.
So
And
how do you take the payments? Do you have Shopify and you link in
uh,
it or what?
well, okay, this is gonna be pretty interesting when I tell you this. Okay, so like the people that are locally, what I do is I'll just take their shirts if they cash at me. So once they cash at me or PayPal, I'll just go to their house, wrap the shirt up, write a nice message, and then I'll just like put it in their mailbox or give it to them. And for the rest of the people, yeah, I just basically make a website where they can order. Of course, they have to pay for the shipping too. And USPS, like the postal service, it's like 3 minutes from my house. So I'll just like ride my bike over there and ship the shirt up.
So you said something like PayPal, Cash Me or something. Is that an app payment system?
Yeah, PayPal, Cash App.
Cash app.
Hmm.
Okay. And it's just the same as PayPal.
Yeah, you get the
And
money.
it was interesting. I just found out Elon Musk like did he was that was like his company. It's how he made most of his money through
Yeah,
PayPal.
Yeah, he's actually he's the person that started PayPal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and PayPal, like, they let me put my debit card on there, so like anytime somebody sends me money, I can instantly transfer it to my bank, which is like 1% fee, but that's not, it's like 10 cents out of every dollar. It's not that much.
You said you have like, do you have reviews? Like, how do you build trust with your customers? You,
Um,
you have a Facebook page,
yeah, I
Instagram
have,
page? Yeah.
and I post a lot of like content like on my backup page, cause like I have like a personal page, but I also have like a brand page where like I'll post like new merch, but I'll delete it, and like maybe like a month I'll sell it, or like I'll bring out stuff that I sold in the past before back like a week, and like once it's gone, it's gone. After I get like a certain number printed, and I don't bring
Yeah.
it back to the vault for like maybe like a few months, sometimes
Um,
like up to
one interesting thing is, which I thought about doing with my digital course, is pre-selling.
exactly like pre-orders.
Yeah,
That's definitely the way to go.
that's interesting.
Yeah, pre-orders. Like I've done pre-orders before, but the only thing I don't like about pre-orders is some people like, well, like once you've established the trust with them, but in the beginning it was kind of hard because like when I first started off, I was like, okay, maybe I should just do pre-orders just to see, but at the same time,
You can. I mean, I do get people pay for the convenience that you've
mhm.
collated it and you've got it all into like a succinct package where they can get the results really fast. But like, how do you provide $1,000 value for well, I do kind of get it. The stuff that I've learned more recently is you break it into 4 weeks, so like four different
Like
episodes,
yeah, like
because
fake. Mhm.
it takes 30 days to create a habit, right? So you have like week one, and then you've got all these actions for week one. Then you have another video or another conference webinar week two, three, and four, and so on. So your refunds are lower because it takes 30 days to go through the course, kind of thing, a whole month. But yeah, it's interesting. Just looking at different programs to set up on how to run it. ClickFunnels seems to be the best, but that's like $1,000 a year. But still,
Yeah,
it seems to be the most
yeah,
professional. So that's just what you get what you pay for.
yeah. About Russell, yeah, I have literally all his books. But the thing with like information, like literally, like what I've learned, like it's a lot of like characteristics between like wealthy people and like people that are like, I don't want to say not wealthy, but just like unsuccessful in like their field. And it's just like reading books, like learning information, getting new information, like seeking out like people who are where you want to be.
Yeah, totally. Having a mastermind and stuff like that, which I think is really good.
Exactly. And it's just like want to learn because like honestly, I know it's cliche, but literally like whatever people set their minds to, like they can do it. And like we have 24 hours in a day, so like I mean, even the richest people, like they got the same amount of time as everybody else. So it's not like something that they're doing that's just like so different between the rest of the world. But it really is like as far as like
Well, no,
principles.
no, they got more time because I think that's one of the first secrets of the rich is they learn that they can buy time. They,
Exactly.
they can buy other people's time and leverage it.
Exactly. And that's it right there. And then like, and you just never know. It's I mean, it's not even like what you know really. It's who I know because like most of my success, like it's like off of like building relationships and like
Yeah,
friendships or like a friend and
a
like
referral, a
and
recommendation.
say that again.
Like a lot of like some of the best. The way I've made a lot of my money is a friend has referred me, like recommended me. Oh, you should talk to Jamie.
Oh, that's good. Exactly. That's exactly what we was just talking about.
I'm fortunate and fortunate enough with Airbnb. It's made it more easy for anybody to get into property and to do it as a business. You know? But I think ideally, more traditionally, you start off a business like a t-shirt business
Mhm.
as yourself, and then put that money into property. And then when you've got a property, you have a mortgage, and you can use that line of credit and leverage that against shares, and do like trading on the stock market, do commodity trading and stuff like that, and really get a high return
Oh,
for
I
your
did.
money.
Man, you just taught me something because I did not know that.
Mm. Yeah, and with property as well, once you've got a mortgage, it's like, you're using leverage to the max, because you're putting, like, you've got 10% of your money and 90% of it's borrowed, or if you're real smart, 100% of it's borrowed, and you've just got your name on it, controlling it, and you're cash flowing it, most likely with Airbnb making a positive income, and and all the tax advantages. Like, somebody asked me today on my Instagram, I did, started using the questions, like started polling my audience,
Hmm.
like I did a poll, like, oh, are you interested in this? Yes, no, or a multi-question, yeah. And somebody said that they wanted to learn about interest-only mortgages. Um, and yeah, why you want to do an interest-only mortgage is because, you're just doing it, like, if it's an investment, you're just doing it for cash flow, and so you don't want to be paying off the principal. You want to be withdrawing out the principal, to use that equity in other ventures, and just the tax, because the tax is tax deductible. So it's the key there. Like, it's, um, tax incentives for providing affordable housing for your community, for investing into your community. The government gives you the tax incentive of the interest for the investment to be tax deductible, and that's huge. It's amazing. You
Yeah, that's
you technically pay no tax unless you're really highly taxed.
that's funny you say that because literally with all my businesses, like just because of the way like that I do it, I don't pay no taxes on nothing, and everything is like a 98% ROI.
Mm. How?
Oh, because like man, I actually learned this from like Mr. Bezos, the guy that runs Amazon. Like, cause like Amazon, they don't pay taxes either.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I gotta see this video, but yeah, it's actually not as hard as people think.
Oh.
Yeah, like this house right here, I'm about to show you. Like it's paid off and everything. It's like it's a 4-2. So it's
Oh,
got like four. It's two bathroom, but yeah, and literally like I put like a lot like down and yeah, just even talking to the landlord to try to get a good deal, negotiating and just like learning like all those things. Like it's definitely well, my mom like she's like a real estate agent, so like she's like she knows how to get the deals, but she like pretty much passed down like what she learned to me. So like I just been like implementing it, but been trying to kind of like share it with people. And it's crazy, like you're in New Zealand, I'm all the way in Florida, and I could literally talk to you like
yeah.
with
You
a
can even
drop.
talk in a different language now as well. Like, you can actually talk in a different language, and it will translate it for you and speak it to the other person.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
That is tough. I like
So
that.
I actually need to do a YouTube video like that soon. Just talking about it made me think, like, actually, like, that would be really good content. Like, actually talking to
Exactly.
another entrepreneur in a different language.
And I
Check that
haven't
out.
seen and I haven't seen a YouTube channel or video do that. So
Yeah.
like you would kind of first person to like
Showing the new features of Skype. Yeah.
exactly. Wait, so how long have you been doing the Airbnb?
Like 5 years, and
Five.
then like
Yo.
10 years before that, just by without Airbnb.
hmm So has Airbnb been more official? I mean, more like beneficial than without it? Like before Airbnb, like are your results quicker?
Totally, man. Yeah, it's totally. Everything's just automated for me, like they do marketing for me, they do all the background checks, they take all the payments. It's it's so easy. And it's so much more money as well.
Oh, wait, as far as like profit margin?
Shit, yeah, so much more money.
Wait, so how does it pay out? Like you get paid before they check in or after?
Yep. Or you actually get paid the morning, the first night, after the first night.
Oh, lit.
Yeah. But they
That's it.
they do they do pay when they book. So they
hmm
pay up front, 2 weeks, whatever, before they book. And they pay the whole thing like a month or a week. And yeah, you get that week or the month, the night, the day after their first night. Um, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I gotta look at man. You gotta teach me more about that. What are you doing for the rest of the? What time? Matter of fact, before we go, what time is it there?
Bro, it's late here. Um, yeah, well,
It's
it's
eight
9:30, 9:30 at night.
9:30. Oh, it's like it's almost here.
Yeah, it's the middle of the day out there behind you. I'll show you my view. I'll show you my view.
Oh yeah.
It's got my hammock there.
Ooh,
Uh,
nice. Oh, that view is straight. Okay.
but
Okay.
we're deep in the city, bro. There's like 15 million people in this city.
Damn. Wait, what city are you in?
Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Argentina. Yeah, I know you told me Argentina. I forgot to ask you what city. That's dope. Manuel Ginobili's from there.